food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
Horror Movie Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of House of Ghouls Horror Movie Podcast. I'm your host, Ian Van Ghoul, and I'm joined as always by my co-host, Colby Does Horror. Now, before we get into this episode here today, we do have some updates to go over, so we'll get right into it. So if you're a part of our Facebook group or our Discord, then you're probably already aware. But if not, then this will be news to you. So this past week, after some recent events that we won't, get into, we decided to separate from Taylor. Now, it's not an easy decision to make by any means, but we stand by our decision. Now, there's no bad blood. We have no ill will towards Taylor. We wish him nothing but the best with his content creation, his comedy, and his podcast. So if you've been a fan and supporter of Taylor, then please continue to do so. Again, we wish him nothing but the absolute best going forward. So as far as us here at House of Ghouls, here's what to expect from us going forward. So Colby and I will still be providing you with weekly episodes. We have some amazing guests lined up, some of which you're probably familiar with and others that you probably aren't. But we are stoked to have these guests on and get some insight into their work and help promote some of their upcoming films. And we're also going to have some content creator guests on, probably once a month or every other month, have a special guest that's a friend, a peer, a fellow content creator, and talk about their journey and experience with horror content creation. So we are very much looking forward to that as well. So all that being said, at the end of the day, Colby and I are focused and determined to give you the absolute best horror content and entertainment that we possibly can going forward. I think you're all going to be very happy with what we have planned for the future. So thank you to everyone who has listened and supported us up to this point. We love and appreciate every single one of you. So stay tuned for bigger and better things because we're just getting started. Now, with all that being said, Colby, let's hit them with some positivity. Tell me something positive from this past week. Maybe something you watched, a cool experience, a cool email or conversation you had with someone. Anything positive to get us kicked off on a high note for this episode.
Man, positivity is definitely what we need in our lives right now. So a huge thing, I said a lot of negative things about Beetlejuice and the trailer, but I took my kids to see it yesterday, and I think that is the biggest surprise of the year for me. It's not the best movie or anything of the year, but Beetlejuice was the biggest surprise of the year for me.
Hell yeah. I'm so
I
happy to
think
hear that.
I think it was because the low expectations I had. I thought it was just like any other sequel that we wait so long for. They're just going to focus solely on the nostalgic factor, on fan service, but this was its own movie, and I could not be happier with it.
Hell yeah.
And I didn't know there's a whole thing about, I can't remember the actor's name, but the guy who plays the dad.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that whole thing, I don't know if you want to talk about that on here. I didn't know about that. I learned that today. And what they do with him is actually really funny, and I'm excited for you to see what they do with that.
Okay. Yeah, that dude's he's a scumbag in real life.
Yeah, mega scumbag.
Yeah.
But then also today, this is the first time as a content creator where, I mean, this is like positive, but I've been, this is the first time I've been overwhelmed as a content creator, but it's in a good way. I think I have like 5 or 6 screeners in my email that got sent to me like the past three or 4 days. And I have like all 5 or 6 to watch because work the other night was so busy. I watched Beetlejuice, came home and passed out last night. So I have so many fucking movies to watch right now.
Right. It's a good issue to have, right?
It's insane. And then the last thing for me, another thing as a content creator, I think it's 34 or 36 of my last videos in a row have gotten over 1,000 views. I've had like I've had 4 get over 10K, and then I've had 3 go viral.
Nice. That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome, brother.
Yeah, so it's just been good lately, man. Everything's been growing. It's been good.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so my positivity for the week. So as you all know, probably from listening, we're huge supporters of terror films. And they had sent me a screener for one called The Mitchin Murders. It's a found footage, mockumentary style type movie. Now, it's not so much horror, it's more like mystery thriller, but it involves a serial killer. So I did a review for it. I said it was entertaining, gave my usual kind of brief thoughts and hyped up terror films as well. But last night I got a notification from Terror Films. It was a one-sheet promo for a digital release, so a poster, and there are 2 quotes at the top. One is from Macabre Daily that says, quote, "A wild ride of terror," And there's a quote above that one that says, quote, entertaining. And then beside it is my name, which was a fucking hell of a surprise. So that's the second quote that I've received on a poster promo for terror films. But both times have been a complete surprise. I wasn't expecting it at all. But it's always such a cool thing to see. And I've just, feel so honored, each time just to be included on that, especially since we're such fans of terror films. So,
I love terror films.
right. So yeah,
That's what I was.
it was a cool thing.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is that your first quote you've gotten? But
No,
then you just answered.
yeah, that's the second one. The first one was actually for Cruel.
Oh, that's gnarly.
Yeah, so
From Victor Gabriel.
Yeah, but it was. I think that might have been my first screener from Terror. I can't
Oh,
remember.
okay.
It was definitely an early one, if not the first one. But yeah, it was before I even knew Victor. Like, I watched it, and it's the cover art for Cruel, and at the top it says raw and oppressive. I was like,
Dude,
hell yeah.
that's so rad. That's one thing that I haven't gotten to experience yet. Like I've seen Seth, Chuck, all of them, GG have like names pop up on
hmm
like movie posters. I'm like, damn, that would be so fucking cool. And when I saw that this morning, I was so fucking hyped. I shared instantly. I was so happy for you.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's always cool. Like I said, it's only happened twice, but it's such like such an unexpected thing. But I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know, I just like it gets me in the feels. It's fucking
Dude,
cool.
I'm beyond happy for you. That's so fucking rad.
Hell yeah, thank you. So with that being said, what have you watched this week? Anything that stands out? Anything you want to talk about?
Last night I watched not one of the most fucked up, but you know me and my extreme horror. I watched a really fucked up, but it might be one of the best movies I've ever seen.
I
And
think I
that
just
one's
saw your
called
review for it.
Dogtooth. Holy shit, dude. I have no idea why I've never heard of this one or anything. It was it wasn't extreme in a violent sense,
hmm
but it was extreme subject matter. It was
Okay.
fucking deep. It was deep. It was a Greek film.
Yeah, that's the one that Nick brought up when we had our episode with him.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Okay. I was wondering why it sounded familiar. Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
I've I've never seen it. I've heard of it, and every time I hear the title Dogtooth, I think of that Nicole Kidman movie. I think it's like Dogville or some shit.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's the first thing that comes to mind. But yeah, I've never seen Dogtooth. I need to check it out.
I have such a bone to pick with Nicole Kidman, making me wait longer at AMC for her
I
stupid
know
fucking promos, dude.
every time, dude. Every time. Never
I hate
fails.
it.
Every time I go, I'm
Um,
like, I'm not gonna see it. I'm not gonna see it. And then it pops up.
did I talk about The Deliverance last episode?
No, I don't believe so.
I watched that. That was one that went viral. I hated it. The first half of the movie was an incredible film. It was a really good family drama, incredible acting. But then when the horror started, it was awful. It's
Yes.
the story based off the Zach Baggins Demon House.
Okay.
So it's that, but like dramatized this time. But yeah, it was horrible. And then
Yeah, that was one that I added. I saw it came out. I added it to my watch list, and then I saw for like 3 reviews just saying how bad it was, and I immediately
dude,
took it off of my watch list.
I saw the bad reviews too, but I was like, I'll give it a go. And I was like, I was like 45 minutes in, and I was like, what the fuck is everybody talking about? This movie's fucking great. And then 15 minutes later, I was like, what the fuck? And then yeah, just Beetlejuice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna check that out next weekend. So I'm
Dude,
excited for that.
I'm so pumped for you. Are you
Hell
bringing
yeah.
your daughter?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah, because
take
she
the
loves
whole family.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's why we're gonna wait a week, just because we figured it was probably gonna be packed this weekend, and
Mm.
we're taking her. Sometimes she's chill and sometimes she's all over the place. So figured it'd be a little safer bet to wait a week and check it out.
I hope you guys have a fucking blast, dude.
I'm sure we will. I can't wait because it's not uh it's not a usual thing that I can take the whole family to check out something that I'm interested in.
Yeah,
So yeah, I can't wait for this one.
fuck
But
yeah.
yeah, so as far as what I watched, not anything too crazy, but I revisited a couple. So Ed Gein, the Butcher of Plainfield,
Yep.
with none other than Kane Hodder as Ed Gein. That's a trip. I watched it once a long time ago and it pissed me off because it was Kane Hodder as Ed Gein. Like I love Kane Hodder, but like
Mm.
if you know what Ed Gein looks like, Kane Hodder's the complete opposite. But yeah, the movie's still not great. It is mildly entertaining though. Um, and I checked out All Hallows Eve 2, which is another one I watched a long time ago and I wasn't the biggest fan of. But now watching it again, I really enjoyed it. It's missing Art. Of course, Art was in the first All Hallows Eve, but yeah, the sequel's missing him. But otherwise, it was fun. It's like 8 segments, so most of them go by pretty quick. Uh, and it's a cool like little Halloween season movie. So definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it.
Do you think the negative reviews for that are because art is missing?
Uh, I would say so, probably.
Because I know
And I mean,
Damien Leone wasn't the director for that one, but he was a producer, right?
yeah, he
Okay.
produced it. And yeah, I mean, it's not an amazing anthology, but it's far from the worst.
Hmm.
Like it's a fun time. Um, and then the last one I watched, which we'll probably touch on here in a bit for the main subject, but was I finally checked out Apostle.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that movie fucking slaps.
Dan Stevens.
Dan Stevens. Yeah, but like I said, we'll probably get into that here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But there was one, and I'm gonna let you take over for this one because I actually got this movie from you and because of you. So I'll let you talk about Alice and the Little Green Men.
Yeah, man. So one day somebody hit up my email and they're like, "Hey, would you be interested in checking out our short film? It's making the festival circuits right now." And I saw the name was like Alice and the Little Green Men, so I was kind of like put off. I was like, "Yeah, I'll check it out if I have time, you know." But I opened up the streaming service that you stream it on, and it was only 20 minutes long. So I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll check this one out." And I kind of put it on for just background noise because I was like doing something with the kids, but I was still trying to pay attention. But I was hooked instantly. And it was not what I expected it to be at all, like Alice and the Little Green Men. It was, dude, it's one of the best short films I've seen in a very long time. And it's not like the short films I usually like blood, gore, practical effects, just showing off your skills in that aspect. This was actually great filmmaking and great writing.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
as soon as I saw it, I was like, my co-host will fucking dig this. He needs to check it out. So I was like, hey, can you send this to Ian Van Gool? And I was like, if he likes it, we'd love to bring you on the podcast.
100%.
So yeah, what'd you think of it?
Dude, same. Like I said in my review, like I've never had so many different emotions in 23 minutes.
Yes.
Like just like every aspect of that movie is so well done.
Mhm.
And the fact that for the most part, like everyone involved, it's not like they've made a bunch of movies. Like I'm pretty sure Anthony Columbus, the director, I think this was like his first movie, I believe.
Mhm.
Which is fucking amazing. So yeah, it's 23 minutes. It's like you said, it's nothing visually gory or anything like that. It's very story driven.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, so like I started off with kind of curiosity getting into it, and then it goes through kind of like there's some kind of terror horror stuff to it. And then there's the parts that'll piss you off. But yeah, the whole thing, man, it was quite the experience, and I can't wait to talk to Anthony about it here, hopefully sometime soon.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is too, because there's one character in that I fucking just hated. I loathed him. I want to fight that guy in his character. But he ended up being like the most supportive and coolest one when I did my review.
Hmm.
He was, you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he was. I really hope that Anthony brings him on as well because
right.
the villain he played, it's a lot like a couple of the people we're going to talk about tonight. It was just an incredible performance by everybody, but he really stood out.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think they were all solid.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, like I said, it's a whole experience. So yeah, the short film Alice and the Little Green Man, it's running the festival circuit right now, but it should be available to the general public sometime early next year.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Dude, I need to see a full length feature of that.
yeah, I wouldn't mind a full length of that or just them to do something.
Mm,
It doesn't even have to be the same thing, but to do make a full length with all of them involved. Because
right.
yeah, they fucking killed it.
Yeah, I was thoroughly impressed by that man.
But yeah, hopefully we will have an episode here sometime soon
Mhm.
with Anthony and maybe a few of the cast members. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah,
But yeah, that'll lead
absolutely.
us right into our main topic. So uh, using that as a basis, we decided that this week we're going to talk about cults and our favorite horror movies that involve cults. So we'll do our top five for each of us. Colby, since you came up with the topic, I'll let you start it off with your number five of favorite cult horror movie.
Um, Before we get into the movies,
Yeah,
I want to say that cults are actually something that I'm fucking terrified of because
they're
it's
wild.
real. People are brainwashed. They fucking sacrifice shit, dude. It scares the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it's one of those things like you never like when you hear about cults, you're like, how the fuck do people how are they that like that brainwashed or that dumb to fall for that? But
Yeah,
then you
it's
see people that do that, and yeah, it happens, and it's wild.
but yeah, so to get into our top five, my number five, I'm gonna go with The Invitation.
Ooh, okay.
So this one's about a dinner party. It's this guy, I think it's his ex-girlfriend he got invited to her dinner party. She's like getting remarried or is remarried. But the star of this is Logan Marshall Green. I like to refer to him as the great value Tom Hardy. Like nothing against him, that's just who he looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic actor, dude. I love the guy. But yeah, The Invitation, the first time I saw that, I just threw it on because it was on Netflix one time and it just blew me away.
Yeah, it's I feel like it's a very much a hidden gem because I feel
Yes,
like not a whole
absolutely.
lot of people know about it, but yeah, it's wild. It's really fucking good.
One of them drinking the Kool-Aid hidden gems.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, my number five is Mandy.
Okay, that's my number
Nicholas
three.
Nicholas Rage Cage.
Nicholas Rage Cage.
Yeah, it's a cosmic cult. Yeah, anyone listening, if you haven't seen Mandy, it's got everything, man. It's got visuals, it's got some gnarly fucking like brutality to it. It's got Nicolas Cage in Nicolas Cage rage mode, and a gnarly ass villain, and Richard
It's
Brake.
Yeah, it's long as fuck, but it is so good. You get the biker gang of Cenobites they look like. It's so
Yeah,
everything about that movie is so fun. I mean, it's not
yeah.
fun, but it's good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not like a pleasant watch, like the
No.
content, but it's a very entertaining movie nonetheless.
Yes.
Hell yeah. So what do you got for number four?
My number four, I am going with The Wicker Man, not the Nicolas Cage one.
Hell yeah.
So it's honestly been a very long time since I've seen The Wicker Man. That one came out in like what the 70s.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one like I've seen it probably three times. I know a couple times on like AMC during like the Halloween season. But that's one that always stuck with me as a kid. I was like, damn, like this is kind of fucked up, which made me really excited to see the Nicolas Cage one when it came out, and I just don't like to talk about that one. But yeah, The Wicker Man. It's hard not to put The Wicker Man in any list that involves cult movies. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I didn't put it in my list. I meant to put it in honorable mentions. I thought of it earlier and then I forgot to do it. So I'm glad that you had it on yours. Because yeah, the Christopher Lee classic is
yeah,
fantastic.
yep,
And yeah, the Nicolas Cage one is funny in its own right, but
it's
not very
funny.
good. So my number four is The Void from 2016.
That's my number two.
Oh, there we go. I figured we have some crossover there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, The Void's another one that's I feel like it's somewhat popular in on TikTok and whatnot, but I feel like overall, just in general, there's not a whole lot of like just casual movie viewers that are aware of it.
Mhm.
So yeah, the Void, it's another one. It's kind of cosmic body horror, cult, and it absolutely fucking slaps. It's gnarly as shit.
The thing about the public not being very aware about this one, I think is a crime to me because it's so fucking good. Like you said, yes, it's got body horror, it's Lovecraftian, it's gory as fuck. It's got massive cult vibes in it. I can watch The Void over and over.
Yeah, same. I think yeah, I've probably seen it four or five times at this point.
Yeah, I think yeah, same with me.
It's so good.
I actually
And
think I saw it because I heard the first person I heard talk about it was the horror junkies way back in the day.
Okay.
So that's why I listen, or that's why I watched it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. What do you got for number three?
My number three is Mandy, and
Oh, that's
I
right.
we already went over that. And then my number two is The Void. So let's go to your number two.
Well, uh, how about you do your number one?
Okay,
I don't want to steal anymore. What do
it's
you got for
probably
number
gonna
one?
be on there.
All right.
My number one is Hereditary.
Okay. It's not on my list. So there we
Oh
go.
shit. Okay, okay, perfect.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so Hereditary, I've talked about this movie so many times, but I can always talk about it. I can always watch it. A lot of people say it's way too overhyped for them, but I saw it opening night in the theater, so I knew nothing going in. What I saw from the trailer was it looked like Charlie, the girl, was going to be your main character, and her mom, Tony Collette, was going to be possessed, and it was not what I got. And the trailer threw me one way, and the movie gave me something else, and I fucking loved everything about that movie.
Dude, I'm right there with you. Like that trailer is how you should do trailers.
Hmm.
Because yeah, I had the same expectations, and then when that particular thing happens, I was like, holy shit. But yeah, like Hereditary, I disagree with the overhype. I don't get into the overhyped stuff
Hmm.
anyway. So I feel like if a lot of people like it, there's a reason for it.
Yeah,
Uh, but yeah, no, Hereditary fucking it's so good. It still gives me chills every time.
dude, I actually have a really good story about Hereditary because I always overhyped this movie to Coda. I was like, we need to fucking watch this. We need to watch it. The first time I finally got her to watch it, we had just gotten this fucking one of those hoverboards, you know?
Okay.
So Coda and I think Cam wasn't even here, is before we had the other two, but Cam was at his mom's. So Coda and I were like outside fucking around on the hoverboard, like in the driveway in the street, and it was like raining, so probably wasn't the best for like an electrical fucking toy. But we brought it back in. It was just sitting on the floor, and we were watching. I can't remember what part it was, but it was something fucked up. And I think it had like an electrical short, and the hoverboard just started spinning in fucking circles,
Oh fuck no.
like fast as fuck, dude. It was one of these scariest fucking things that's ever happened.
No, that no.
Dude, it was
You gotta throw that
insane.
thing out. You can't watch Hereditary and then a hoverboard just starts spinning, dude. No.
Oh, I think it was when the mom was talking to the old lady about like being able to talk to Charlie, and like it was just a fucking part that it should not have happened during. Fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I would never have a hoverboard ever again.
If
Fuck that.
I don't think we've ever brought it out of the closet since.
It stays in there with the ghost.
Dude,
Holy shit.
fuck that.
All right, so my number three then is from VHS 2. It's the
I almost put that there. I
Safe
almost put it
Haven.
in.
Safe
Yep.
Haven is single-handedly the segment that makes me love VHS 2 more than any other VHS movie. That it's directed by Timo. Wow, I don't even know. There's so many letters in this. Tahanto, Tajanto, something like that. And
Mhm.
Gareth Evans. And Gareth Evans also directed Apostle. But yeah, that segment, like I love just about every segment in that movie, but Safe Haven is so fucking gnarly. Like it's got the cult vibes. Obviously, it's found footage. There's fucking crazy ass visuals. It's it's a perfect short in my opinion. I think
I
fucking
agree.
rules. Number two then is Red State by Kevin Smith.
Yes.
It's another one I fucking love. It was his first quote unquote horror movie. Um, very very Waco vibes.
Hmm. Yes.
Mixed with religion. Stars our favorite Scream King Kyle Gallner,
Yep.
and John Goodman and Michael Parks, who just fucking just annihilated that role. So Red State fucking rules. And
Everybody
then
always talks about Tusk, but Red State is honestly my favorite Kevin Smith movie.
it's up there. It's hard for me to choose between the two.
Yeah.
Just because, yeah, I mean, Red State's very much a horror movie. But I feel like Tusk is, I don't know, Tusk is like the body horror that I love.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to choose one over the other. But yeah, for a cult, Red State fucking rules. And then my number one is the Sacrament from Ty
Okay.
West.
That's
Uh,
another one I almost put on.
yeah, it's another one. It's found footage. Very Jonestown inspired. And yeah, it's just fucking, it's gnarly. It's entertaining from beginning to end, and it gets fucking gnarly. Like it's downright, it's kind of like terrifying.
Yeah, that one's because Red State is very inspired by Waco, and then the Sacrament is very Jonestown inspired.
Mhm. Yeah. So yeah, the ending of that is wild. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you guys haven't seen any of those, I'll list everything in the show notes. That was one thing I got not in trouble for, but had some people asking for the list of the movies from our Nick episode. So I will list everything in the show notes where you can find them at. You guys can check all these out. But yeah, so did you have any honorable mentions for yours?
Yes, you talked about a few of them already. VHS 2, obviously Apostle, and then um the one we just talked about, Sacrament.
Okay, yeah, yep, yeah. I had Apostle, and then actually had Midsommar.
Yeah, Midsommar was definitely the most obvious one to
Mhm.
put, so I was like,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not gonna put that one.
that's why it's in the honorable mentions.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of that one, but I mean it's very much a cult movie, so
Yeah, it's
deserved.
very slow. I think it's one of the most beautiful shot horror movies,
Mhm.
and I just love the hidden imagery in that movie, like the face on the mountains. It's so
Yeah,
it that movie. I love that movie. I love Ari Aster, even though I haven't watched Beau is Afraid yet.
same. But yeah, no, I mean Midsummer is visually is amazing, and there's a lot of shit in there that I like. Like there's some gnarly shit in it. It's just
Yeah,
the times when it's not gnarly where I'm
yeah,
like,
it
all
it it
right,
is very slow, but that cliff scene, dude, holy
oh
shit,
yeah,
brutal.
yes, absolutely. So yeah, I listed a few of real life cults, a couple that we talked about already, but I looked up a few movies that are about them or inspired by them as well. So obviously the biggest one is obviously I'd say the Manson family.
Yes.
So yeah, late 60s, early 70s, led by Charles Manson. I'm sure everyone is well aware of who that is. Most famous for the murder of Sharon Tate and four of her guests. But yeah, as far as the movies, I mean, there's a bunch of Manson movies, but the ones that stuck out, at least to me, in 1976, there's one called Helter Skelter.
Yep.
Uh, One that's not a horror movie, but it's probably my favorite of the content or about that subject matter is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes.
Even though it's very fictionalized, it changes the events, but it's I don't know, I really like that movie. And Damon Harriman is the one that plays Charlie Manson in that movie, and then he also plays him in the Mindhunter
Yeah,
TV series.
Mindhunters.
Yep, which that was fantastic as well. It's very same role, but very different you know subject matter, if you will, vibe to it. But yeah, Mindhunter fucking rules. I love that show. What do you
I
got?
was Oh, my favorite, it's not like it's loosely inspired, I would say, for the Manson one, but Last Shift.
Oh
Like
yes,
you can definitely see the vibes they're catching from that one. But Last Shift scared the shit out of me the first time I watched it in the middle of the day, like Hell House LLC, and it scared me.
dude,
Those are like
Last
the
Shift
two
is so
movies
good.
that scared me.
Last Shift is so good. I almost put it on my list too, but I wasn't sure how cult it was.
Mhm.
But yeah, dude, that movie's so fucking good.
Dude, I were you a fan of Malum?
Mm, like yes and no. Like I think it's still a good movie, but I enjoyed it, but it was nowhere near as good as Last Shift.
Right.
And I really wish that he would have just took that money and made another original movie as opposed to redoing Last Shift and making it Malum. It just felt
I,
unnecessary.
I agree with that. I didn't like the movie, but I appreciated it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a bigger budget, so there's the effects are maybe a little better,
Mhm.
but at the same time I feel like that's what makes Last Shift so effective is that
Less is better,
yeah, yeah,
or
absolutely.
less is more.
Less is more, yeah. But yeah, Last Shift is just so fucking good. I love that movie.
It rips so fucking hard.
Another cult then of course that we brought up already was Waco. So April of 93, led by David Koresh, known as the Branch Davidians. And there's a couple movies and shows about that as well. But the biggest one was the 2018 miniseries that had Michael Shannon and Taylor Kitsch as David Koresh. Did you check that out?
Incredible miniseries. I'm a huge Taylor Kitsch fan
Mhm.
because I loved Friday Night Lights, John Carter, and then seeing him as David Koresh, I was like, no fucking way, this dude's gonna kill it.
Yeah, I thought
So
he did awesome in that.
yeah, I love that dude so fucking much.
And then of course Michael Shannon, anything with Michael Shannon.
Agreed. Yeah. And then I mean, both Jonestown and Waco, it just hit so hard because so many kids were involved.
Oh yeah. Yeah, wait, like I don't know. I mean, Jonestown is fucked up, and we'll get to that one. But
Mm.
yeah, Waco was just like that's another one of how do you not see who you're following? Like how do you let this
Waco,
happen?
the thing about Waco too, it could have been prevented, and yeah, it was just fucking horrible. And it went on for like however many fucking days, like the
Hmm.
standoff.
Right,
It's so bad.
for sure. And then yeah, then our last one I have at least is Jonestown, which is 1978, the mass suicide led by, of course, Jim Jones. From what I saw, it looks like 918 people committed suicide,
Yep.
which is fucking ridiculous. But
Yep.
yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say over 900 deaths. Fucking, he literally, they, what was I gonna say? He like starved his fucking followers. He like dehydrated them and shit. Like he fucking, like literally, like all these cults are fucking brainwashes, but he straight up brainwashed everybody and in like horrible ways.
Hmm. Oh, absolutely, yeah. And then gave them all Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. But yeah, there's a few movies out there. I personally haven't seen any. Obviously, like I said, The Sacrament was very inspired by that, but uh, obviously not actual. It's not actually Jonestown. So there's a few movies that are about Jonestown, but I haven't seen any. Have you seen any at all?
Honestly, just the Sacrament. But
Okay.
I've watched a few different documentaries about Jonestown. I listen to or watch Bailey Sarian all the time.
Mhm.
She's the chick that does her makeup and talks about like true crime
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Okay.
So I watch her all the time, and Jonestown was one of the ones I really liked that she talked about. But dude, it's so fucked up too. Like how that politician and his team went to go try to save a bunch of people and they ended up getting gunned down before they left on the helicopter. It's such a fucked up story.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah. There's so much to it. That we could take a deep dive into it, but that's no fun at all.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm not mentally prepared for that right now.
no, we'll leave that to the true crime podcast. But yes, did you have any other cults?
There's that one, what was it called? Heaven's Gate.
Yeah, there is Heaven's Gate. Yeah,
That's another, that was another drink in the Kool-Aid one, right?
yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I've heard a couple podcasts about Heaven's Gate, and that's another one that stood out to me. That's just fucking brainwashes, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There's this movie I just watched that was very heavily cult inspired, and I cannot remember what it was. It was newer too. Come
Hmm.
back to me. I gotta
Come
find this
back to
movie now because I didn't write it
okay.
down like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. So, like I said, that's all I had for cults. But anyone listening or watching, uh, if there's any other cult movies that you're a fan of, or real life cults that we should know about, let us know. Join the Facebook group or the Discord. Uh, Send us a message. Let us know. Just
Yeah,
trying to buy
I
some
mean,
time here.
I absolutely love um true crime stuff like that. I thought I'd have it in my letterbox, but I don't. But another one that's about a cult that is very, very underrated is called Invited, which is another terror film movie.
Oh shit! Yes.
The Zoom
Fuck, I
meeting
forgot all about
wedding,
that. Yes.
that was fucking gnarly.
I can't believe I forgot that one. Fuck. Yeah, that was another. That's another like kind of found footage. It's like on the computer screen, right?
Yep, Zoom
Yeah.
horror.
Yeah, that shit was wild. I forgot all about that. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking pull something up real quick because there's a couple more I wanted to talk about. Okay, here we fucking go. A couple we didn't talk about. The
Okay.
Ritual.
Oh shit, yes.
The Ritual was a Netflix original done fucking right. It's one of my favorite creature designs in recent years. And the first like hour and 10 minutes, hour of the movie, it's the fear of the unknown, which is, I love movies like that. And then when you get a badass reveal, sometimes it falls flat, sometimes it's badass. The Ritual is a fucking badass reveal.
Yes, absolutely agree. Yeah, fuck. I forgot about that one too. Yeah, I've seen that a few times now too, and I love it more each time.
Yeah, it's so fucking gnarly, man. Anything for Jackson? That's a fucking great cult movie.
Oh, I still need to see that.
Oh, you haven't watched that one yet?
No, I've heard good things and that it's fucked up, but I have not seen it yet.
Dude, that one kind of creeped me out. Like watching
All
it at
right.
night by myself, it was pretty fucking creepy.
All right, I'll bump it up the watch list.
Obviously, The Witch.
Yeah,
You can, for me, I mean, it's a witch, but you can also put it in the occult category. But
true.
yeah,
Yeah,
those, and then obviously we can't fucking forget House of the Devil. That's both of one of our favorites.
it is. It was on my list, and then I took it off, just because like it is a cult, but I was trying to think of more like a giant following of like a cult like
Yeah.
that. So, but yeah, House of the Devil, it is my favorite, or I guess both of our favorite Ty West movie. It's fucking
Oh,
fantastic.
that's kind of one that I had written down too. I forgot about that. I was wondering why I had that written down. But yeah, it's not like a big cult, but yeah, Dogtooth. It's like a little mini cult that the
Hmm.
fucking mom and dad are running. So I was getting very, very fucking heavily cult vibes in that because they fucking brainwash their children.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I
So I
need
mean, it
to
has
check it
aspects
out.
of a cult. Yeah, dude, you definitely need to watch Dogtooth. I cannot
I,
fucking believe how good it was.
all right, yeah, I'll check it out. But I guess that's kind of the moral of the story. It doesn't have to be hundreds of people to be a cult. It could be a couple people and still be a cult. It's fucked
Yeah,
up.
agreed. You just get that one person that will listen and follow somebody when he says stupid shit, and then other people start listening and following, and it just never ends well.
Yeah. No. Ends with Kool-Aid a lot of times. Not the good kind. All right. So what do we got going on this upcoming week? Any events, releases, things you're looking forward to?
I know we got next week we have Speak No Evil,
Yep.
and then I think that's the only other horror one coming out. I know The Front Room also released this week, which I think was a very dumb idea to release next to Beetlejuice. But I haven't really seen many people talk about The Front Room. That's the one with Brandy now. Brandy's new horror movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw a couple reviews today. It didn't sound very great.
Yeah. I haven't, dude, I barely scroll through TikTok anymore. I have certain people's notifications on,
Hmm.
and then I just go make sure I like, share their stuff. But yeah, I've barely been like, I just try to not be on my phone as much anymore.
Yeah, I
But
understand that.
yeah, so okay, so we have The Front Room and Beetlejuice, which released today. Next week we have Speak No Evil, and then for me, the week after is the world premiere for Terrifier 3, so I'll be at that one.
Hmm.
Um, and honestly, I think Tyler was saying that that's one that they're not sending out for remote screening press.
Oh, okay.
So, if that makes you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, right.
So you're not going to be missing anything for Terrifier 3 unless you're there in person, which I'm super excited to go to Fantastic Fest. I wish my brother Ian was coming with me, but I'm going to be with a cool group of people to
Mhm.
take my mind off of Ian and not miss him as much. But Ian and I are going to work on getting to a few film festivals next year to go together, um, in person, bring the podcast stuff, podcast in person. I think that'd be something that'd be super fucking gnarly to do.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we'll definitely have some in real life meetups here sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
there's gonna be some cool shit in the works for sure. But yeah, so as far as this upcoming week, yeah, Speak No Evil. How are you feeling about it? Because I know you're not a fan of the original.
No, I
How are you
fucking
feeling about
I
this
hate
one?
the movie. Um, I'm curious because the reason I hate the original, I think it's a very well done movie. Like,
Mhm.
I don't like to shit on the movie in that aspect. It's a beautifully made movie. It's written well, but I just hate the fucking parents. And I know the pet message about pacifism, and I think that's what the movie is trying to do is anger you, and it fucking worked for me.
Yeah.
But in the trailer for the American remake, the parents are actually fighting back, and James McAvoy looks like a jacked psychopath. So I'm curious. I'm here. I love anything James McAvoy does, honestly. Even if the movie's not that great, he gives a performance that you must see. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to go see it Thursday.
Okay. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I wouldn't say I enjoy the original. Because yeah, it did piss me off. But I also think it is a really good movie.
Mhm.
I was more pissed about the remake because of the trailer and like pretty much every single time I've gone to the movies for the past 3 months, I've seen that damn trailer.
Dude,
Um,
constantly. You know how Jim was like getting pissed about the long legs marketing?
mhm,
That's how I feel about fucking Speak No Evil, dude.
right? It's yeah, I've seen that trailer just as much as I've seen Nicole Kidman,
God
and it's
damn it,
way too
Nicole
much.
Kidman, dude.
It's way too much.
I was already
Um,
not a fan of Nicole Kidman, but her taking up my movie time pisses me off.
right? But yeah, I don't know. As it gets closer to the release of this, I think I'm kind of changing my how I feel about it. Like I'm not stoked, but I'm more interested because yeah, initially the only reason I wanted to see it was for James McAvoy because yeah,
Yeah.
he gives an amazing performance no matter what. But the rest of the cast looks like I'm interested in that in them as well because his wife in the movie is Eileen Franchosi, who is in Stop Motion and The Nightingale.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she was in the Nightingale.
Yeah, yeah, she's the main character in both of those movies. And I didn't even recognize her from the trailer. Um, and then the other couple it is Scoot McNairy is the guy. He's in Monsters, Killing Them
Mhm.
Softly, Gone Girl. He's in a bunch of shit. And then Mackenzie Davis is his wife, who I recognize, but like she was in The Martian, in Blade Runner 2049 and the Terminator Dark Fate movie.
Mhm.
So like she looks familiar, but I don't really like I wouldn't be able to tell you that she was in any of those movies unless I looked them up. So I don't know. I'm gonna stay optimistic about it. And
Also, I'm friends with the daughter in the movie. So I not like fucking on a personal level. We are mutuals on TikTok or on Instagram
okay,
because that movie I reviewed a few weeks ago called not The Devil's Bath, King Tide. I
okay,
reviewed that King Tide movie. She was the star of that movie, so I dropped a review. The director tagged her, and it's funny because she's very young, but
hmm,
on her Instagram page it says monitored by her parents.
fair
But
enough.
I clicked on her page when she commented on it. I was like, is that the fucking star of the movie? You know? So I clicked on it, and then she had a bunch of stuff for Speak No Evil. I was like, no fucking way, she's the star of the new Speak No Evil. So I
Oh,
followed her back when she followed me for my review, and she likes my shit all the time. So I gotta go in with a good mindset for Speak No Evil
oh
because
yeah,
she's my friend now.
she's your friend. Hell yeah.
But yeah. Oh, also some other news that we talked about before we started recording was we finally got a trailer for Wolfman.
We did.
So I was kind of worried when they were showing us stuff from the Halloween Horror Nights and the creature design that they had for that. I'm sure everybody has seen that by now because it got shit on everywhere. I think that's why they dropped the trailer already because they're like, "Oh, we got to show them this isn't what it looks like. This isn't what it is." So we got that trailer real fucking fast.
Yeah, yeah. I saw the thing for Halloween Horror Nights, and like I was just like, is this real? Like,
Yeah, I was
are they
like,
punking us right now? Like, what's going on?
dude, whoever approved that for Halloween Horror Nights, I will be surprised if they still have a job.
It's just like an old man, like a crazy old man. Like any
Dude,
other
the
movie, it would be cool, but like the Wolf Man, that I don't know what that was.
he doesn't even look like a wolf man. He looked like the hermit from Werewolf of Fever Swamp.
Yes, yes. Maybe that's what they were going for,
Which I fucking love that. I fucked with that movie or that Goosebumps episode so heavily.
right? I don't know. But yeah, hopefully that's not the final look. But yeah, the trailer though, it was just a little teaser trailer, but yeah, it definitely caught my interest for sure.
Um, oh, another thing. So I was really excited when they first announced the Wolfman movie because Lee Wanell's attached to it, and Ryan Gosling was supposed to be the star, and I'm a Ryan Gosling fanboy, so I was hyped. But the I can't remember the lead's name now, but he looks pretty promising, and I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either, but he's in Possessor.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
yeah, and he was really good in that. So yeah, I have high hopes for it.
And then we got some more news, some Mike Flanagan news actually.
Ooh,
Mike Flanagan stated that his Exorcist movie that he took over for David Green for, he says this is the scariest movie he's ever made. Did you see that article?
I did see that. I'm
Dude,
so
I'm
hyped.
hyped. I'm hyped. And I trust anything Mike Flanagan does.
Oh,
In
absolutely.
Flanagan, we fucking trust, dude.
That's right. Yeah, that's the main that's the one reason why I'm uh very happy that Exorcist Believer exists,
Mhm.
because without that movie we wouldn't have Mike Flanagan making an Exorcist movie. So
Honestly,
yeah,
I didn't hate Believer.
I didn't hate it, but it definitely, I don't know. I think the first half I enjoyed to an
Mhm.
extent, but it definitely went downhill fast in that second
It's
half.
very similar to the Deliverance, but I will say, and I said it in my review, and so many people agreed with this, was that the Deliverance made Exorcist Believer look like a fucking masterpiece.
I need to watch it. I
I
gotta
You
check it
have
out.
to. You have to.
I gotta see it. I hope I love it.
Dude,
I'll be the
I kind of do too.
I'll be the one glowing review.
Because I really tried to like it. Because when I see a bunch of negative reviews, I try to do it with tarot. I was like, I'm gonna go in and try to find things I really like about this movie because everyone's hating on it.
Hmm.
And with tarot, I couldn't find anything besides like the creature designs and the dude from Spider-Man. And then the Deliverance, I really loved the first half, like I said, but it got fucking bad. And the mom, oh, I don't
Glenn
hit
Close.
women. No, no, no. I actually loved Glenn Close in
Oh,
it.
okay.
I loved Glenn Close and Monique in it. The mom was an amazing actor, amazing performance, but I don't hit women, but she was pushing the fucking limits.
Oh man, that's gonna be
Dude,
gnarly.
it was rough.
I forgot about
But
Tarot. I still need to watch that too.
yeah, that's on Netflix now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
I'll have a
I think I spent money on that fucking movie too when I watched
Yeah, I
it.
think you did too. Yeah, I'm gonna have a Netflix shitty double feature. Can't wait.
Man, I hate that Netflix pushes out like Netflix and Blumhouse. They're very guilty of this. They're just pushing out shit just for money. Like they don't care about quality, like A24, like Neon,
Hmm.
fucking Dark Sky Films, fucking oh, that's another one I watched, but I can't talk about it like fully, but I watched
Hmm.
Booger.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah,
I watched it twice,
nice. Oh
but I
yeah,
can drop my review in 3 days for
let's go.
Booger.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, dude, I want you to watch the Deliverance tonight now. Fuck Dogtooth. I love Dogtooth, but I want to see a Deliverance review.
All right, all right. I'll if I could stay awake tonight, I'll check it out.
Dude, I'm about to like drink. I took a nap earlier, but I am going to have to drink some coffee because I have so many fucking screeners to watch, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say I've got three of them this week. Um, so I've got Clawfoot, which is a thriller that stars Francesca Eastwood. So I think
Oh,
it's Clint Eastwood's daughter, and Milo
shit.
Gibson, which is Mel Gibson's son.
That's actually dope.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'm gonna check it out. Uh,
What production company is Clawfoot?
I got it from Strike Media.
Oh, I do have that one in my
Okay.
but whenever I see something that doesn't catch my eye, if I have a lot of shit like I do now, I'm just like,
Mhm.
I'm really busy.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean I do the same thing. I kind of pick and choose, but I was like, I saw those two names. I was like, I have to see it.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I didn't read who was in it.
Uh-huh.
For me, it's like I'm a kid at Blockbuster. I look at the cover art. If I like the cover art, I'm like, gimme.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. Yeah. So yeah, I've got that. I've got Spooked from Terror Films.
Okay, I did
And
watch that
then
one.
okay, yeah, I haven't checked it out yet. And then I have Subservience. The new Megan Fox AI movie.
I watched that one like 3 weeks ago, and
Yeah, I
you
just
might
saw it.
like it. You
I
might like
just
it.
started seeing reviews for it today, and I don't think anyone gave it a good review, but I'm gonna watch it
I
because
saw one good
Megan
review,
Fox. Did you?
and it wasn't Dakota. Brian Fears Ghost gave it a good review.
Oh, okay.
And I really respect his opinion on a lot, especially found footage. Brian is like the found footage guru for me.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
He's the one who started the hype for Milk and Cereal.
Yeah. Which I still need to watch that too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't a fan of Subservience, whatever. Megan Fox is good eye candy, obviously. But yeah, it wasn't for me. I saw one called Black Eyed Susan for Fantasia Film Festival. It is the exact same premise of the movie,
Okay.
and I hate because there's no big names in it, and it is so much like 100 times fucking better. And it
Mm.
has some very strong subject matter that people are not ready to talk about yet, but it's going to get overlooked because of the Megan Fox movie.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah. That is shitty.
Yeah, it was a fucking it was one of my favorite films from Fantasia Fest.
Damn. I remember that title.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Damien Maffei, I
Hmm.
hate mispronouncing. I talk to him all the time on Instagram. He played Sackhead in Strangers Pray at Night.
Okay.
He made a cameo in Stream. He's in a few things, but he was the star of that one, and he was incredible.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he actually told me that he can't tell me yet, but he's working on a new one and it's pretty big. He wouldn't tell me who the director is, but he said it was a pretty big director, and he would like to come on our podcast to release the news first
Oh,
about
that's
what
right.
it
Okay.
is.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
I think I sent you the screenshots of our conversation. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm excited for that. I love that dude, really appreciate that dude. But yeah, that Subservience, I like it's not an awful movie. I just didn't like it. And I know because Black Eyed Susan still doesn't have a release date yet. So
Okay.
maybe they're being smart and they're waiting for Subservience to die down and then they're going to release that. Be like, we're going to do this a little bit better now.
Right. I mean, that's fair. I mean, hopefully. Yeah. I mean, Subservience is honestly not really my subject of choice.
Hmm.
Um, but I was like, it's a screener with Megan Fox, so how am I not gonna watch that? I got to check it
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
So yeah, we'll see how I feel about it.
We also got a teaser for Alien Earth.
Did you see my
Did you
video for that?
Was that you that did the American Horror Story one?
Yes.
Oh my God, I was about to give Tyler credit because I thought that was Tyler that did that. I was fucking dying.
Dude, I saw it and it was like, because it's just a quick teaser for anyone who hasn't seen it. It's just like it shows the Earth, and then it's like a reflection of the Earth going down the xenomorph's like head, and then you see the xenomorph's face, and then it like attacks the screen, and then it just shows the FX logo, and like I watched it. It was cool, but I was like, this is an FX teaser because every single FX teaser is the exact same, and so I fucking screen recorded it. I screen recorded the American Horror Story intro. I took the audio from it and put it over it, and I was like, it fucking works perfectly.
Dude, it fit too fucking good. Like I was watching it at work and I fucking lost it.
Dude, it fits so well. But it just proved my point that it literally every FX teaser is the exact same.
Yes, it's American Horror Story. That's all it is.
I'm stoked for the show though.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
still
excited
excited.
for it.
I'm still excited. Do you have any more news?
There's one more that dropped today. Uh, our uh, our very own Billy Pond dropped the news that Circus of the Dead 2, the IndieGoGo, is beginning Friday the 13th. So they need 150 donors on day one just to bump it up the algorithm so that it's
Mhm.
actually being seen. But to entice people to do that, he set it up so that anyone who is a day one donator, he's going to call you personally. So make sure you follow Billy Pond on Facebook and Instagram. Get all the details from there because you just email him, send him your phone number, and he'll call you on Friday the 13th. You will get a call from the director of Circus of the Dead. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that.
Dude, we are getting Billy and Bill Oberst Jr. on the podcast. Like, I'm not
Mhm.
gonna not get them on.
Oh, for sure.
I
Yeah.
actually already started writing a script for a video I'm gonna release on Thursday night, promoting the IndieGoGo, talking about Circus of the Dead.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm hoping that picks up traction, gets picked up by the algorithm, because my videos have been fucking doing so good lately. So I'm fucking praying.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Bill already agreed to be on a while ago, but he's just so hard to reach.
He's so
So
bad about replying back on social media.
yeah. So we will get him here. I mean, they're gonna start the Indiegogo. They'll be start the production here. So I'm gonna try and scoop him up before he gets too busy. But yeah, you guys can hopefully look forward to that here in the very near future.
Dude, one way or another, I'm going to get myself in that movie and get killed by popcorn. I don't care what the fuck I have to do.
Just show up on set. I'm
Dude,
here.
I'm here. I'm ready to get fucking killed.
Let's go.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's one of
that was all the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, I was gonna say that's gonna be one of my most anticipated fucking movies, man. Circus of the
Oh,
Dead goes so
absolutely.
fucking hard.
Right. Yeah, I can't wait.
I
It's gonna be
think
gnarly.
the first time I watched it, fucking our movie guy Chuck, all he did was send me a fucking screenshot of the poster, and he said fucking 10 out of 10. Watch right now. I think I was watching a movie at the time. I was like, oh, gotta turn this off. Putting on Circus of the
Yep.
Dead. And
Yep.
even my wife fucking loved the movie. Coda
It's so
fucks with
good.
Circus of the Dead heavily.
Yeah, I can't believe it was out for 10 years before like even knowing about it.
Yeah.
And then like because I love circus movies. I love like clown carnivals, horror, like any kind of horror carnival stuff. Um so yeah, I mean that was like right, it's at the top at the top of my list of favorite movies as far as that subject matter. And then ever since then, anytime I come across a circus movie, I like instantly want it to be Circus of the Dead. And so I'm always a little disappointed because nothing has beat Circus of the Dead yet.
It is like I love Terrifier, like you said, but Papa Corn is my favorite killer clown and my favorite circus movie.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's all the news that I had or the upcoming things for this coming week. So yeah, did you have any final thoughts, anything else to add before we wrap it up here?
I had a funny idea actually for a segment we could finish off with every week now because I make sure I screenshot every one that's funny. But do you want to do a segment where we talk about our favorite comments, either on the
Oh,
podcast, on one of our videos, anything like that? There's an idea I had because I
yeah.
always get fucking out of these world fucking comments on my videos.
So yeah, I mean it's gonna be pretty much your segment because I don't really get too much when it comes to like funny or bad comments. But yeah, by all means, absolutely have at it.
Okay, so I actually got this one today and I forgot to fucking screenshot it. But he this gentleman said on my deliverance video on the deliverance video, he said, I loved this movie. You're a fucking idiot. Obviously you don't know horror. And all I said was I said, laughing my ass off, I'm really glad you enjoyed it, but I'm sorry that you can't handle a difference of opinion. And then like 5 minutes later, I was like, oh, I gotta go screenshot that one for my shirt. And he deleted his fucking comment.
Oh,
But that was one of my favorites. I got a bunch yesterday on my Dead Whisper video is still fucking popping off. So it's every day, dude. Every fucking day.
yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for any entertaining comments that I get
Yeah,
so I can
that's a
share
fun
them.
segment. That's a fun
Yeah, no,
segment.
I
I
love it.
literally just thought of it.
I love it. Hell yeah. Yeah, we will definitely include that each week. That'll be fun.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, but yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up then. So that will do it for another episode of House of Ghouls. But be sure to follow us on Instagram, join our Discord and Facebook groups. Check out our merch at goalsquadshop.com. I'm gonna be working on some new designs here very soon as well. So keep an eye out for those. But you can find all those links in the show notes. And if you enjoy the show, then be sure to give us a 5-star rating on whichever platform you're listening to this right now. It's very helpful and it's very appreciated. So yeah, Colby, anything else before we end this and I go to bed?
Yeah, also Colby is back in the Discord. I re-downloaded Discord because it was draining my battery. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta either leave a bunch of fucking groups I'm in because I hate not being in the Discord. So I re-downloaded it. I'm back in the Discord. I still haven't really been active, but I'm there. I'm watching. I'm looking.
Let's go. Yeah, I that's another thing I got to work on too. I try to be active in the Discord, but I'm trying to focus on being active everywhere else too. So
Right,
I think,
yeah.
but between the two of us, we'll get this figured out. But again, thank you all for your continued support. We will be back next week with a brand new episode. So thank you all for watching and listening. Have a great week and stay safe out there.
Bye.
Don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you.
There you go. That's it.